Hey guys, Hecons here with another World of Warcraft video. Welcome back to the weekly series where we take a look at a few mailboxes, talk about WoW gold making, and answer any questions that you guys had for me from last week's video. Have a little over 2 million gold in sales, I believe, in my mailbox, so let's go ahead and check those out. So this week we have around 6 pages worth of auctions on this tune, with 287 total mail, and around 715k to collect on this first page. I did transfer off most of my gold off of this tune, starting out today with 5.3k, so that'll make it easier to track how much I loot. You can see on page 1 I have some pretty nice BOE sales, as well as a lot of enchant sales. The first sale is the Drape of the Valiant Defense rather. Managed to sell one of those for 63.6k after the auction house cut. I ended up picking up one of these, item level 400 for 20k. I think it was listed below a 370 item level, so picked that up and more than tripled my gold off of that purchase. Also sold the Bygone Bee Almanac, which is one of the 350 world drop trinkets. I did pay 10k for that one, so only managed to get 6.6k profit off that, but the prices of the 350s have dropped quite a bit on my realm, so happy making a profit off of that, even if it's only 6k. Next sale on the BOEs is the Silent Pillager's footpads. I think I bought 3 of these, item level 385, for like 10k, so almost quadrupled my gold on that one. I ended up selling one of those for 38k. And then I think I sold the second one on the next page, so you'll be able to see that sale as well. Self-rotating Dagger of Zing. Managed to sell one of those for 28.5k. I bought 3 of these for under 10k, so reset it to 30 and managed to sell one for around 30, so pretty happy about that sale. Next sale is really big. City Crusher Sabatons. I believe these are the plate feet for the new raid. This is a mythic version, item level 415. I don't think it had any sockets or anything, but I ended up buying one for 150k and managed to flip it for 380, so and now it's 230k profit off of that flip. It's like over 2 tokens, so really solid flip. You can see some Dark Moon deck sales. Prices on these are really low now, so quite sad about the prices on the Dark Moon decks, but still profitable, so I'm still selling them, and I have lots of them already made and ready to sell, so just been throwing them up on the auction house 4 at a time. Usually sell a couple each day, so pretty decent income. Next BOE sale is the Last Stand Great Belt. I think this was a normal version. I ended up selling for 40k. Yeah, it's an item level 385, so it's a normal version. My notes say I paid 8.5k to 10k and bought 10 of them, so, or bought 3 of them rather, so that more than paid for the reset. And I think I sold, oh no, I have 2 of them in my bags. One has a socket. So I managed to sell one of those. I'm pretty sure I have a 4th, because I did throw up a bunch of my BOEs up on the auction house earlier, so can't remember how much I paid for the 4th one, but for the 3, at least in my bags and the one that I sold, I paid between 8.5k to 10k. And then lots of enchant sales. Pretty happy with these prices. Veiled crystals are pretty high again on my server, so I've been shuffling for them myself. And these are quite profitable, so selling loads of enchants as well. Anyways, that's going to do it for page 1. So I'm going to loot this and we'll take a look at page 2. So here's page 2, or the next 50 auctions. You can see I have around 572k to collect on this page. Pretty nice sales on this page as well. Did sell a couple of the 340 crafted gear on this page. the leather waist guards and leather arm guards for 2.8k each. Leather treads for 3.5k. I did pick up a bunch of cheap cloth last week for between 2 to 4 gold. I think I ended up grabbing a couple hundred stacks of the cloth, so I've just been using that to shuffle for the expulsum, as well as the enchanting mats. You can see I'm selling the ring enchants for between, looks like around 2.2k to like 3k before the auction house cut on this page. Did buy the splatter guards, item level 355 for 25k. I did end up selling the crush proof ram braces, which are the plate bracers from last raid, so I ended up getting 71.2k, so they do still sell, and that's one of the reasons why I'm still investing in the old raid BOEs. There's a lot of flask sales on this page as well. Been selling the Vast Horizons for, looks like around 640 gold. Yeah, I sold quite a few. And then here's another dagger sale. This one for 33.3k. Remember, I ended up paying like 10k for each of these, so pretty much tripling my gold. And 10k really wasn't too much to risk, so definitely happy about these flips. Just picking up the cheap BOEs, and even if you only get like 20k, that's like still tripling your gold. Or 30k rather, 20k profit if you pay 10k per BOE. And I did have a nice sale on the blockades on this page. 46k for that one, which is awesome. We did sell one of the mounts. This one is the Captured Dune Scavenger for 237.5k after the auction house cut. I think I had it up for 250, but I ended up buying, I think 3 or 4 of these for under 100k. Had really awesome luck on this realm with mounts and such. Got a couple of the Captured Dune Scavengers for really cheap. I did pick up one of the Golden Mains Reigns for, I think 200k on this realm. And then on one of my other realms I ended up grabbing 2 of those for 200k. And then someone also listed an MK2 on this realm for like 300k, so I ended up picking that up, and I'm trying to sell it right now for, I think it's like 700 or 800k. Would be really nice if I got a 500k profit on that MK2. But yeah, I ended up selling one of these Dune Scavengers for 237. I think I paid like 90k, between like 90 to 100k for each one, so it's gonna be 137k profit, which is more than WoW token, so pretty happy about that flip. Anyways, I'm gonna loot this and we'll take a look at page 3. So here's the next page. Nothing too exciting as I only have around 145k on this page, but had some really nice sales on flasks and potions on this page. You can see I'm getting around like 12k to 13k per stack of flasks. And then I did manage to sell one of the stacks of the battle potions for 11.4k. I think the crafting cost on these was like 200, maybe 300 gold per potion if I overpay for my herbs, but I'm getting around 600 gold before the auction house cut for each battle potion, so really nice sales. The prices of herbs have gone up quite a bit on my realm, so I haven't been selling as many flasks or potions, and a lot of the flasks I do craft I'm using for my own alchemy, for my guild's raiding, and turning those into cauldrons, so these were sales from 4 days ago, so like Thursday, Friday. Haven't been throwing as many up on the auction house, and just like leaving them on my alchemist so she can make the cauldrons. But if the herb prices come down a bit, I may get back into flasks and potions, but right now the herb prices are pretty insane on my realm, so been staying away from alchemy and focusing more on enchanting. Yeah, nothing too exciting on this page, it's just enchanting and alchemy sales, with a couple of Darkmoon decks mixed in, but 13.7k for a Tides deck is pretty low. Another sale at 13.7k. Yeah, nothing too exciting on this page, so I'm going to loot it, and we can take a look at page 4. So here's page 4, the next 50 auctions. Pretty solid sales on this page with around 293k to collect. A lot more alchemy sales on this page. Flask for around 600 gold. A stack of 20 battle push into intellect for 11.4k. A couple of stacks at that price. A couple of stacks of Flask of Currents for 11.8k. And then a lot more enchant sales as well. The ring enchants for between 2k all the way up to 3k. And then weapon enchants for Deadly Navigation at 900 gold. Versatile at 1k. Masterful at 1k. Yeah, prices are actually pretty low on this page. Some of the weapon enchants are like over 2k right now, so... Oh, here's a quick nav sale at 2.4k, so... Darkmoon deck Fathoms, 28.5k. Still really low on the Fathoms, even at 30k. I think I remember selling my first one for like 1 million gold, so... 30k is really nothing compared to that. Did sell one of the Surion's Tenderizers. Probably not pronouncing that correctly, but managed to get 80.8k for that. And I did buy 3 of those. 26.6k average is what my TSM says on my laptop, so... yeah, pretty good sale on that BOE. Mistras, which are the cloth hands. World Drop 350. Got a couple of those for under 10k and managed to sell one for 28.5k. And then another Fathom sale at 28.5k. So here's page 5, or the second to last page. Pretty decent sales on this page with around 392.7k to collect. Sold a couple more 340s on this page. Satin bracers for 4.7k. And satin pants for 14.2k. The deep sea satin's gotten pretty expensive on my realm, so the tailoring 340s are selling for a premium. A lot of enchant sales on this page as well. Couple packs of haste for 4.7k. It's a nice sale. And then a huge drop down to 3.3k, so... A lot of pretty heavy undercutting going on. This would have been like 6 days ago. I think the hastes are down to around 3k right now. A little under 3k, so... Still happy about those prices. Leather gauntlets for 1.4k. Seems really low, but... I think I'm getting Expulsum for around 200 to 300 gold now, so... Even at like rank 1, crafting cost on these is like under 700 gold, so... Easily double my gold on that. Still could have priced it higher, but... Not too concerned. Fathoms at 28.5k. Drape of Valiant Defense. Managed to get 114k for this one. I think this was the item level 400 with Avoidance. Managed to pick up one of those for 25.3k. Pretty decent profit on that. Another couple of stacks on Battle Potions and Floss. Wow, 14.2k for the Endless Fathoms. Pretty insane. Only 9.5k on this Intellect. still a decent profit, 500 gold per battle potion. And then Silent Pillager's footpads, 77.9k. Probably like item level 400. Can't imagine another 385 selling for this much, but... let's see. Oh, I did pick up item level 400 at 30k, so... that's probably that sale. Sold for 30 and then... or bought for 30 and then sold for 77. More than double my gold, so... happy with that flip. Anyways, we're gonna loot this and take a look at the last page. So here's the last page. We have around 478k to collect on this page, with 37 mail. A lot of nice alchemy sales on this page. You can see I'm getting around 600 to 700 gold on the flasks. Selling the battle potions in stacks of 20 for 9.5 after the auction house cut. Sold a quick knife here for 1.2k. And then I sold another one at 2.8, so... they would have gotten reset like 6 days ago. Yeah, I'd much rather get 2.8k rather than the 1.2k for the quick navs. And they do sell fast, so... getting that 2 extra k per enchant does add up. Darkmoon Deck Tide sale at 14.2k. Fathoms at 28.5. And then Esqual's at 14.2. And then the big BOE flip on this page was the Silent Pillager's footpads. Managed to sell one of those for 380k. This would have been one of the item level 415s. I ended up buying one at 130.5k. So, pretty close to a 250k profit on that BOE flip, which is more than enough to pay for 2 WoW tokens. Or get like $30 worth of balance, 2 months game time, so really happy with that flip. So yeah, there's 478k on this page, so that should get us pretty close to 2.6 million. 2.6 million in around 6 days, which is pretty good. A little over 400k per day is decent. I do have other bankers on my other accounts, but I have this one posting BOEs, enchants, flasks, stuff in the high velocity markets, so I can do cancel and repost scans on her while I'm raiding on my main. Yeah, pretty happy with these sales. So why don't we go check out your questions from last week. So the first question this week comes from Frack Gaming, who asked, "Hey Hecons, question. Do you just do TSM Sniper on one server at a time, or do you have multiple accounts on different realms going to maximize profit? Thanks." So as far as sniping, I don't do it all that often. However, if I am sniping, I am trying to do it on multiple accounts. It is pretty boring if you only have one account and you're having to run sniper on that one account. You can always watch like Netflix or something in the background, but I definitely recommend getting like at least a second account to do sniping while you can play on your main account. The problem with getting a bunch of different accounts is you're going to have a lot more competition if you're spread out on like, say like 5 different realms. So you have to be really on top of it, or snipe on like low pops where there's not much competition. But it is definitely helpful to have different accounts and do sniping on different realms. So the next question comes from Black Aces 1291, who asked, "Excuse me YouTube, why didn't I get a notification? Either way, good video, always learn a lot." So if you're subscribed to my channel and aren't getting notifications when new videos are uploaded, make sure to click the bell icon next to the subscribe button, and that should give you notifications when I upload anything new. You can also join my Discord channel. The link is in the description below, and there is a bot that announces when I upload a new video. It wasn't working for the longest time, but I did fix it, and it is working, so that should ping everyone in the channel and give you a notification when I upload a new video. So the last question this week comes from Toff, who asked, what is your take on the profession perks in 8.1.5? I actually haven't looked at the profession perks too closely. However, I did see a couple of posts by Wowhead on it on Twitter, so why don't we check out the alchemy one and talk about it briefly. So here are the profession questlines and perks coming in 8.1.5. Not a lot of info on the items so far, so a lot of these perks are a little vague, but can still go through them. So the blacksmithing item lets you repair one piece of item on a 1-hour cooldown. And then there's also a chance to add indestructible to items that you craft with blacksmithing. This could actually be pretty useful if you're crafting like 415s from the new raid. If you raid on your blacksmith, then it's going to save you a little bit of gold each time you wipe and you need to repair. Seems so-so. It sucks that it's only one piece. It sounds like it's only one piece of equipment, but if you could repair everything on a 1-hour cooldown, that would be pretty useful. And I'm assuming it's like without cost, so could be really good. Next one is alchemy. So you can turn the sphere into a random object for 1 hour. And then it lets you interact with cauldrons on Kultiris and Zandalar. Not sure what the cauldrons do. Whether or not that's like giving you flasks like a normal cauldron, but doesn't say. And then it doesn't also say what the item can turn into. We'll have to wait and see if it's anything useful and how good that perk is. Next one is inscription. When you use the item, it siphons blood of the dead around you, restoring your own health in the process. And then allows for the creation of blood contracts. Now, I'm not sure what the blood contracts are, so we'll have to wait and see on that one. This would be a pretty strong perk if it works in like Mythic Plus or even in like raids, using it on ads. Don't know if it's a big heal or a small heal, so we'll have to wait and see. Since it doesn't provide values, just says restore some health, or I mean, it doesn't give any numbers, so don't know how much health it restores. Next one is enchanting. Use 1 veiled crystal to animate a golem. And then you're also getting extra resources when you disenchant. Now that's actually really useful, really good if you're doing a lot of shuffling. Especially with something like veiled crystals, if you're disenchanting epics and getting like 3 or 4 different veiled crystals from that one disenchant, then this item is going to be pretty strong for gold making. I don't know what the inert golem does. Probably a pet or something that helps you out, but it is on a 10-second cooldown, which is really nice. We'll have to wait and see how the golem works and see if it's anything useful. Next one is pretty similar. Engineering. Summons the Uber construct to assist the caster for 20 seconds. If no Uber construct is specified, a random one will appear. Enables the engineer to craft Uber constructs. Now I'm assuming it's like a pet or something that you can summon, and it fights for you for 15 seconds, or 20 seconds rather. Seems okay. I'm not sure how helpful the construct is going to be, so we'll have to wait and see on that one as well. Next one is jewel crafting. Using the focus, carefully extract an embedded gem from one of your socketed items. There's no cooldown specified, so I'm assuming you can use it as often as you want, which is pretty useful. I'm assuming it's only for your items. I don't know if someone can like open a trade window and have you use this item on their socketed gear, but seems pretty strong even if it's only for your own items. It's going to save you a lot of gold in the long run, having to restock it or even like swap out gems depending on what secondaries you want. And then you also get access to shrines in Kul Tiras and Zandalar. And lets you create gems, apparently. That could be really strong depending on what gems you get, but it doesn't specify and we don't know, so we'll have to wait and see. Next one is leatherworking. Summons a special mount, which can only be ridden within Kul Tiras and Zandalar. Allows the player to interact with special drums within Kul Tiras and Zandalar, granting them a buff for 1 hour. So I'm guessing that's only for world quests and stuff. It won't work in the raid environment. We also don't know what the special mount does, so perk's a little vague, but seems pretty cool. Last one is tailoring. Allows synchronous tailors to mend tears in the fabric of time. The threads of time sew cloth from the past, present, and future. Cloth displaced in time can be found more often in the world. So it's like the Northrend perk, I guess, where you get extra cloth. That could be really useful if you're doing a lot of like 2x4 farming or like cloth farms, but especially if it stacks with that Northrend perk, you're going to get even more cloth. If you're doing a lot of your own shuffling, that's going to be really useful, pretty strong for gold making. But yeah, like with the other perks, it's pretty vague. We don't know if they stack with the other perks from previous expansions, so a few of these look pretty good for gold making, and then a few of the others look pretty useless for gold making, so we'll have to wait and see what the finalized perks look like and how they work, but pretty interesting concept, and yeah, a couple of these do look really good for gold making, so pretty excited about that. So I've gotten a lot of questions and comments on both YouTube and Twitter about the Mogushan farm, so thought I'd go over that in this video. You can see it's Sunday, technically Monday morning at a little before 2 AM on the West Coast. Day before the event ends, and charms are still dropping for me in the spot. Did hit it pretty hard over the weekend, and still averaging around 120 to 150 bracelets per hour, so you should get each mount should take you around like 2 hours to farm. I did multi-box it again this year with 10 accounts, so getting around 5 mounts per hour. Pretty easy to AFK farm. Just have to spam Rushing Jade Wind and make sure your statue goes down every 15 minutes. I do have a macro for it that does all of that, but doing it manually right now just to show you guys that it still works. Hasn't been nerfed. Really great spot. And this is actually probably the most profitable holiday for me now, since they got rid of the XP potions with Christmas. I'm getting anywhere between like 50 to 200k for each of these mounts. Especially if you're in a low pop and you sell them later in the year, you're gonna get a lot more. Even on high pops like Proudmoore, I'm getting around 50k per mount, and then throughout the year they're around like between like 50 to 150, so definitely worth hitting. And I do have all the toys and stuff from the event, so really great farm. Hasn't been nerfed, and it still works fine, so just wanted to show you guys. So that's going to be it for this week's video. Remember that if you have any questions, you guys can leave them in the comments of this video, and they may get featured in next week's video. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and as always, a huge shout out to my supporters on Patreon. Hope you guys all have a great week, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Late.